city built on 7 hills. No time, but was its friend. Your factories and railway yards breed broken limbs and broken hearts. We send you greetings cards to make amends. But next on our agenda, where the flesh and bone surrendered. Before we just pretended now, but now we're on the mend. Jackknife mad impatience, station after station. In their shadow he's been waiting for the jackboot to descend. Since medieval times, perpetuating nameless crimes, turn them into nursery rhymes to try to make amends. But our Jack was nimble and Jack was quick. He jumped over the candlestick. We made the charges stick on to him in the end. Sometimes fails to start when it's cold in the morning. I've got a mind, and it's sometimes hard to find, and it sometimes lets me down without warning. I've got a cause, but it isn't yours, and it's hard to talk about without yawning. Corialanus, the windowsill on which he leans, the flour mill. Bread shall be my standard now, and bread shall be my gun. Take the grain that's been denied us, let it germinate inside us. There's a place up here beside us now for each and every one. With Corialanus befriended, then the broken limbs are mended. Our revels now are ended, but our work has just begun. One, two, three, four. This afternoon at 4:30, Charlie Chaplin was admitted to the morgue. The undertaker breathed a prayer, rolled up his sleeves and hung his coat upon a chair. It was Charles that the papers rave. Now he was bold, he was committed, I tell you he was brave. We put a cross to mark the spot where we laid his grave, 'cause Jesus saves. Charlie Chaplin was admitted to the morgue. The undertaker breathed a prayer, roll up his sleeves and hung his coat upon a chair. And though the man is dead and gone, and although the turf is laid and the mourners have all gone home, we will continue while his memory lingers on to pick Charlie Chaplin's bones. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Well, I tuned into the weatherman to see what he'd say. There's a cold wind blowing up from Chevy today. Out on the cricket field, then rain has stopped playing. Some vandals have damaged the wicket. Then we burned splinter fragments when he called up the nurse. With a blade at his pad, lest things turned for the worse. Flattening the divots down as they loaded the hearse. That ain't no way to play cricket. He had to settle the score. He had to settle the score. He had to settle the score. Settle the score. So then he came back to score. Got me a job because they cut off my dole. There's a union here to gain workers' control. You'll lose your job, me lad, if you fail to enroll. That was the thing I was dreading. Then from Yorkshire to Somerset I was king of the field, with me barn door defence of me lofty ideals. They tell me that anarchy and peace became real. It lives in a field that's unready. At this time of the year, sorry tidings don't bring, and a tale is all woe on a rose and a ring. And true love gets married on the first day of spring, and she will not ask you to the wing. Had to settle the score. He had to settle the score. He had to settle the score. His glorious vocabulary inspired all the lads. His words were so stirring, they drove us all mad. We picked up our water pistols, strapped on our pads, and we went out to find all the work. Then squared from his shoulders as I stood in my crease, in the name of our captain, for love and for peace. And a fast bowling cricketer terminated me lease. He took my leg stump with a Yorker. Now back in the pavilion I stare at the wall, and the air of despair cast a shadowy pall over the cap on my head, my dear, and the box of me balls. The dread of defeat is so heavy. 23 for 6 wickets was all we had scored. Sorry. Falsom prison after 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I heard that train a-comin', howling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I've been stuck in Falsom prison. Time keeps dragging on, but that train keeps rolling down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, Mother said, now son, always be a good boy and don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Rio just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. I bet there's rich folks eating there in the passing down cars, probably drinking whiskey and they're smoking big cigars. Oh, well, I know I had it coming. Yes, I can be free. But those people keep a moving. That's what tortures me. And if that railway train was mine, I bet I'd move myself a little further down the line, far, far away from Falsom prison. That's where I want to stay. And I let that lonesome whistle wash my blues away. Two, three. We must swiftly make our way across the sordid sea. And there's a one in the front and there's a one in the back, and that's the Lord of the Isles and me. We must swiftly make our way because the tide is turning now, and the wind is blowing copiously all across the starboard bow. And like I wasn't there, they tore me apart and then they drove my poor heart down deep through the madness of horrible mire. And like I wouldn't really have cared, they cut me into pieces and then tied the releases, a penny or two today for the hire. And then like I wasn't there, they painted my back, they made it scarlet and black, and they invited me on to their fight. And when I took the line, they said, if you're scared, just see on the back street and put yourself a fuck more, boy. We promise not to despise you. Mr. Alderman Mute doesn't care, and every time he addresses the chair, it's just to remind somebody he's there, cause he feels so small. But if all of our cups were in the cupboard, my dear, things would be so nice. I said to myself as I swung the shovel, my dear, I tried to break the ice. Now the wind is blowing westward, ho, we're turning a motor wise. And I'm scared to look to the left now, cause the cat should scratch out my eyes. And my Piscean qualities, by the fire in my eyes, my Sagittarian thighs, a light touch of Libra, a light on my wrist, my virgin topography, Cancerian tongue, Aquarian bum, and I tell you, my tail had a Gemini twist. Over the hills and far, far away, getting bigger and weirder, fiercer and fiercer, the moon's in the Scorpion's house tonight. Gone, 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 gone away. It was nailed to the wall by my leonine balls, the knife made a man and for play. Underneath a glass bell jar, like a stuffed rook, lies here pinned. Gregor the ultimate parrot, last to be free to die on the tabletop table of science, so that you may have maybe name in the past. Swiftly make a way across the sordid sea, and there's a one in the front and there's a one in the back, the Lord of the Isles and me. We must swiftly make our way across the sordid sea, with Alan's death avenged in blood, but Alan is meaningless, filthy obscene. We must swiftly make our way, the tide is turning now, is blowing copiously across the starboard bow, and over the crest of the Cromwells grows the Lord breathing smiles. The moon is setting in Scorpio beyond the emerald. Some of Shellys hang-ups. Yeah, okay. Oh dear. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's an awful lot of ideas coming thick and coming fast. Some of them are stupid and some of them are dangerous. Some are never going to last. There are those which shock the senses and they're sound if I believe. Then there's those that would be better if they'd never been conceived. Well, this morning at 5:30 spins electrodes to the brain. Engine driver Edward Muller revs the engine of his train. 47484, the locomotive gives a cough, and he grabs the regulator and tries to pull it off. Waiting at the portals and we're standing in a line, our faces fresh and eager to imbibe the heady wine. We climb upon the table and lay our bodies bare, and they pin down our extremities and shave off all our hair. Just as Revlon killed the rabbits in the laboratory tests, and surely we shall die on Sony Walkman or video cassettes, as we screw the outer casing on the latest new machine to perfect the ingenuity of Dr. Guillotine. Inspector Siegfried Fuller, he's the devil of a man, and he can clench his fist and hide a full-grown tomcat in his hand. His face is red and swollen, blood in his belly huge with fear, and he certifies your ticket with a cold carnivorous leer, and with his one hand on black pudding and the other on the train, Siegfried guides himself across the rolling northern German plain. His little piggy eyes light up when inspiration comes, and another new machine is born of Siegfried's reckless arms. Over every single country, like a cancer spread the train, over 40,000 borders, bringing panic, bringing pain. Though the concept was outrageous, the idea was obscene, still at every single station that the signal rights were free. And I know that it may sound silly, I don't know for sure. See that westerly wind has brought you so many things that I'd be before. Roll back to your pine trees, crawl along with me. Never took the gentleman, but he won't take me. Don't you worry about me, I'm not so blind that I will never see that the things I say and do can mean anathema to you, so let it be. I'll put the money in my hand and I'll leap about the next bus from points west and cross that river Jordan. Tomorrow belongs to us. Cross that river Jordan, tomorrow belongs to us. Rookery. 1, 2, 3, 4. All you that read this little story, I know for whom till you shed mad much is sorry. A child it was that so did thrive in grace and feature. All of heaven and nature seem to strive which own the creature. But knowing him all too well, I beg to differ. I watch with time his features fade and his features wither. And then the April rain came amongst us, with twisted spine and ideal, he thought he was the strongest. He drove us all before his across his river. He told us what to do with his ton of silver. Grace and fell his purpose. Fortune flags and fails, he could not move us. Then 7 September stars shine and the rooks are crying. Who could have done such a thing to poor Orion? Now the hunter, the rapist man here, with a course so rotten. Artemis, now the rook sings, the went and shot him. She said the deed was done by error. Does she miss him sorely now? No, not ever. And at the hunter's death then, Apollo repented, and to his resurrection had consented. He sought to give new birth in baths to steep him. She doesn't want him back, let heaven keep him. The October night there now pursues him. The scorpion and rain alike, he cannot lose them. Hurling Time. We know that. 1, 2, 3, 4. The faithful hearts, founded on a rock of minted gold, and in her games she takes the leading part, and with conviction she carries the role. My lady plays the games to help substantiate her claims, the territory in the Middle East. With expertise she moves the pieces closer to conclude the game. I look unto my lord, he hardly knows her as the one he knew before her expectations grew. She salts the wounds now and stokes the fires, moves with the great and the strong and the balls on the lyres. Old and tried and venerable, and it's a game that prevails and the game that kills, and it's a game of ministers and generals. It's a game my lady plays with skill, a game of fortresses and towers, a game of pride and suffering, a game of intrigue, blame and power. My lady wants to win, and my lady lays her plans with gentlemen from other lands. Her mind is teeming with the Mongol horde. I mark the fortunes of my lord and master at my lady's side, who naught can do but watch the tide move faster to her door, and swiftly, swiftly on towards the final solution, the answer in a war with the big bad bald redneck romancer. Take the path down through the King's Ride, and you take a left and you go on straight. You cross a field or two and then you climb the 5 bar iron gates. Now you're on my lady's estate. Take a look in through the window, check the stables and try the door, but you won't get no answer, 'cause my lady's gone abroad. The wind is fair and the day is fine. Swiftly, swiftly run for time. The boat is waiting on the tide to take her to the other side of the ocean. My lady knows, even my lord had some peculiar notion. As he takes her arm, he leads her out of reach of harm. It's okay. Now she has flown across the Atlantic. is coming.
Josie,
Yeah?
how many more songs have you got?
You too?
Two, alright.
Yeah. No, it's finished. Do Hurling Time. Oh yeah, go for it. No, it's horrible. Oh, it's a pile of shit. No, this is go for it. My hand reading 7 and 8. And me hands on me heart when I'm saying me grace. And I'm thanking the Saviour for stuffing me face with my pigs and me fishes and wine. Now old Peter Wyatt's got a couple of cows, 2 horses and a donkey and a sheep and a farrowing sow. And he goes to church now 'cause he isn't allowed to work on a Sunday no more. And he bows his head as he kneels in his pew, and he doesn't know why, it's just something to do. And he's there with the rest of the heaven-bound crew. Oh, sweet Jesus, one day at a time. I'll go back to Shire someday, where the fields are green and the people are grey. And you won't see me for the dust of my heels, I swear. And their throats, and of silk are their breeches and velvet their cloaks, and his sacking and knuckles they give us for coats, while their gaudy looks down from above. And here on the land it gets harder to thrive, what with every new law that the bastards contrive. And we pay through the nose when we're paying our tithe to the baron, the priest and the king. He bids good day to the sun and then next to my gold. And first to the ones I unleash and the ones I withhold. To the ones that increase and come back to the fold, I give my blessing and all of my love. Now there's something within me demands that I lay down my arm and give up the gun and the ghost of the magical charm. That's when I find I'm a person who's not quite the person I'd like to be. The 7 of spades, to dig up the land where the cattle once grazed, where rebellion was fostered and an army was raised, deep in the bowels of the past. And with Walter the Tyler lying dead at our feet, then we drew back our bows and advanced down the streets. Then up came the king and his tongue's waxing sweet, and he duped us with honey and bile. How great was me hopes, me theorical rise. I could hardly believe with me very own eyes. Then back down to size, without even the farce of a trial. But I'm terribly, 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 terribly proud of the arms that I bore and the crest that they'll sew on my shroud. No, I for the trouble you took. And I would have kissed your most neighbourly hand if I'd known where to look. But I was never so blind as the times I was searching for truth so hard. Andromeda, you mustered your children away from their plows. And you tore us apart with your gifts and impeccable vows. Beneath the earth that you promised them rashly, they're pushing out daisies. The streets by day, there's people all around, but she does not worry about that. She just goes downtown, she's going dancing. Berlin, Cologne, to Mother Germany. Come to the cabaret. Don't worry about history, that's history. Dancing, go dancing, dancing. Two, three, go, I've got an ego, it won't let me go, what we gonna do? A, B, C, D, paranoia's killing me, I'm dying on me, aching finger, what a way to go? Roll up, people always stroll up, say, why don't you grow up? No, thank you. Big cats, small cats, some cats are bad cats, those cats are bad cats, what we gonna do now? It's 1938! Another Germany. It seems so far away! And you